Steel Nation on fire. Oh, wait, I thought it was all on Kenny. Well, it looks like the Kenny haters are wrong. Y'all Kenny haters need to sit in y'all hole and stay quiet.
Okay. Calling for the haters. How'd you feel about his performance, man?
Awesome. I think that was the best he's ever looked. Yeah, really good. Passes down the field, middle of the field. We actually featured Freiermuth. Looked really comfortable. O-line did him favors. I think everyone did him favors. I think the play calling did him favors. But I think he did himself favors. It was just really good all around. I don't have anything negative really to say from yesterday's game outside of this Deontay stuff that pops up.
I like it there, bro. Heck yeah.
And that's a great thing.
I like it, baby. Heck yeah.
And I think that's one of the only reasons why we're talking about the Deontay stuff like we are. It's because humans want to focus on negative.
Which
you
is
get way
weird,
more
right?
attention
So weird.
on negative. People dwell on negative stuff. Just with how that game played out, there's not much bad you could say. Kenny offense, defense. We could put more in the red zone. We could put up more points. I guess that's the one thing you could say. But man, I really liked what I saw.
I like it.
And yeah, to his comment, about the KP8 haters and stuff, it's just like I'm gonna do the Jordan shrug, because I'm with Steeler Nation on fire. I tried to tell people throughout this whole season, not only just last week, but throughout the whole season, like, yeah, Kenny could play better, but you are very misinformed and not knowledgeable about football if you think this offense and our miscues are all on him.
Let's go.
Very misinformed.
Let's go.
And all those people wanted to take the sample size from this season and just completely write off Kenny. They wanted a new quarterback. They wanted to bench Kenny. Kept on saying, it's not him, not him. Can we get a play caller? Can we get an offensive coordinator in here that's actually going to try to set our offense up for success? And to Faulkner and Sullivan's credit yesterday, man, I thought they were great.
Let's go.
I thought they were really good.
Let's go.
But the players also played awesome. And I thought we knew that going in, that there was going to be a morale boost. There was going to be an energy boost whenever you have that type of shakeup. To Tomlin's credit for making the decision. To everyone else's credit for playing the game like it was supposed to be played yesterday. Like, it was awesome.
Nah, respect, man. Respect. Yeah, man, I thought Kenny looked good, man. The thing that stood out to me more than anything, he was decisive. Now, when I think of the Mike Sullivan, Kenny Pickett dynamic, I think of it like this. I'm saying to myself, man, your relationship in terms of coaching staff, you are not closer with any other coach on your team than your relationship is with your position coach. Mike Sullivan, right? Former QB coach. So to me, man, it just looked like their comfortability between the two of them, regardless if the communication was, Kenny, man, do you feel good with this? Or if the communication was, Kenny, this is where you're looking. We're not looking here. We're looking here. Regardless of what it was, I loved it because we've talked about multiple times now, man, where we're like, all right, this receiver is open. Or Kenny was here. He had to throw, but the receiver didn't get separation. All right, this is in the middle of the field, but we're not looking here. It just looked like, from my perspective, that Kenny was more just dialed in on certain concepts or certain areas, whereas at times when we looked at Matt Canada with him, it was more of a broader approach.
It's almost like the teaching wasn't there.
Yeah, it's like, here, take the playbook, take the scheme, you learn it, you're pro ready, go. Whereas for Sully, it looked more of, look, man, we trying to work Tampa 2 versus Tampa 2. If you can make that honey hole shot between the safety and the squad corner, great, but we know that's a lot tougher throw. Work middle of the field, get your tight end on his linebacker. It just looked more of that. How many times do we see him where it was like, you know what, I'm not looking out here where we would typically get the either vertical or back shoulder to the receiver on the outside. Now it was, I'm going to check it down to the tight end right here. I'm going to hit this tight end in the middle of the field right here. And for Moose, shout out to Moose being back too, because obviously he's been gone with, IR and stuff like that. But even him being back, it was like, bro, it was good to see, man. This is a dope safety valve that is just as good as you trying to get that penalty or you trying to hit that back shoulder. Dump it onto the backs. To me, when I saw that version of Kenny, I'm like, bro, this is what we need. This is what we can win with. Now, at the same time, have we seen him make these throws before? Yes. And that's also why when we talk about Kenny and we're like, is this wide range on him? Because you see him make these throws that he made yesterday, and we're like,
those are unreal throws.
Yeah, it's like, we know he's talented.
Tight window throws all over the place. Dots, dimes.
And the thing will be going forward, the consistency. That's what it's all about with Kenny. That's what it's going to be about with this offense. We know they are capable. We know they're talented. Continue to build upon it. That's the thing that I'm excited about. I'm like, yo, you got another great opportunity to replicate this. We got 400 yards total offense. We moved in between the 20s. I know people.
First time in 50 games.
Shout out, bro. Hey, look. They said
first time since we hired Matt Canada.
First time
Not
since
a coincidence.
Matt Canada.
He's gone.
I loved it.
Beautiful.
It was just crazy though, because people was going nuts. Like, yo, man, I told you it was Canada, and they was like, how many points they scored? Matt Canada was 16.6. With this one, it was 16. It was crazy, this, bro. But as a whole,
you know what you saw.
I'm with you, bro. You know I'm with you, man.
You know what you
But
saw.
that was the funny part. I was like, I get it, man.
That is a funny stat, but that's
they're like, hey,
that's
you got the yard.
a way that
But
stats
it's
can
still-
lie to you right there. That's a good example of it, I think.
That's what we always say, bro. We watching the game, man. We ain't tripping on the numbers like that. But at the same time, man, for me, I'm saying to myself, I'm like, yo, build upon this. That comfortability, that morale boost, that everybody playing with that extra sense of urgency, build on that. Because y'all aren't the type of team that's just going to show up in the stadium and just say we better teams going to fear us. No. But when you play like how you played versus Cincy, the execution, controlling the line of scrimmage in the run game, passing game, we still have some moments. But they also got two really good pass rushers as well over there. But run game wise, I thought we controlled that line of scrimmage, man.
Yeah.
And that's why when you looked at Najee with the downhill runs, was it predictable? Oh my God, was the Najee runs?
No, because we did play action. We did some other stuff off of it. You know what I mean?
So you look at your play action pass, you say that's not predictable. I see what you're saying. I look at it as it's Najee Harris, bro. If it's a run play, it's downhill. That's how I look. I'm like, it still look predictable. I'm like, if Najee's out there, it's running downhill, or if it's the play action pass, we not throwing him the ball. Predictable. But it didn't matter because they couldn't stop him. If you can't tackle that man, does it matter? That was my whole thing. I even love when we had the pony situation where it was Najee in the backfield, Jalen Warren right here. It works because
did
why?
some pistol stuff
But
too.
think about-
I don't remember seeing
And
pistol
think about
stuff.
why this thing works though. Because Najee, you know, has a higher probability of hurting you downhill, Jalen Warren laterally. So even with that, it's like, bro, it's no surprise. We know who's gonna get it, but the difference was you actually gave him some time, man. O-line did what they were supposed to do in terms of moving.
That was
people
probably the
out
most
way.
time Kenny's
Shout
had
out.
all year.
I'm like, bro, this O-line, I'm like, yo, y'all putting together some better performances, more consistency and stuff like that. If y'all keep doing that, then we can get more out this back, these dudes over here. You know what I mean? And that's the thing for me. Like I said, I just want to see that continue going forward. But I thought we did see a dope start to it. And that's the thing. It's a dope start, but we got to keep building upon it.
Yeah, I thought beautiful balance. I didn't think much was predictable. Like, I'm just watching from the TV. I don't necessarily know what's going to be called. And the other thing I really liked, I mentioned this yesterday, was in the couple times where we would get behind schedule, take a sack, penalty or something like that, we would take our breath and say, yo, let's just get this to third and manageable, which is what we did, as opposed to making things worse, which is something it seemed like always happened with Canada. Once we get down, it would just get worse. It would be like 1st and 20, 1st and 15, and then, yeah, all right, drive's over. But no, I think it was 2 times where we got down, penalty, Kenny taking a sack, whatever, and then we bounced back. Got a couple yards. Then it's third and manageable. And then, to Kenny's credit, I think the one was Fryermuth across the middle, converting on 3rd and long. Like, we haven't seen that type of stuff in forever.
Yeah.
So that was great to see. Great to see. I mean, the whole thing was great to see. Because once we started hitting the middle of the field, too, that opened stuff up more for the outside. It just all went hand in hand together. The passing game going well. That opened up for the running game, vice versa. We could do the play action stuff. It was really nice.
I love execution, baby.
Really nice.
Love execution, baby. Love it. Today's show is brought to you by DraftKings. You know, the top-rated sportsbook app in North America. Not only is it safe, but it's secure and it is reliable. And whenever we're talking about anything on this show, we know, man, we got a promo code for you. So what the promo code is in this particular instance, Smokes. Use that promo code. Download the app, right? Put your little $5 in your first initial bet. And then from there, you get $200 in free DraftKings deposit bonus money, man. You use that money to potentially wager on new money. I mean, new spreads, new parlays. You see what the squad looking like right now in the city. So you can always add on for a chance to, ride that wave a little bit more, man. But at the same time, me, Deke, and a lot of people know that, man, this can be tough to deal with, man. Sometimes you might create a gambling problem. Sometimes you might even need some Christless counseling. But if you need those referral services, and you're in New York, it's a number you could text. Heck, you could even call it. But for everybody else, the number to dial is 1-800-GAMBLER.